Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX, and welcome to a new LP. It's Kirby, and it's a treasure chest. How exciting. And wait. Oh, this looks familiar. Kirby Stampede! It is Kirby Squeak Squad. And it's actually very fitting that there is a Stampede there, because this game, in my opinion... Wait. Bubble. Eat the bubble. Eat the bubble. He ate the bubble. Bubbles, they're important. You'll see soon enough. Anyway, as I was saying, this game is sort of the spiritual sequel of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which is why I'm doing it. We're going to go ahead and start the first file here. And we're going to, first I'm just going to quickly show this collection mode here. Basically, in this game, there's treasure chests, like, again. Unfortunately, it's not non-linear, so we do have to actually, there's actual levels, but once again, with collect treasure chests, and it's a fun time, there's lots of variety of stuff you can do. And all that other stuff, we'll deal with later. Get to the story! Early afternoon in Dreamland. How exciting. Yeah, it's a Kirby game. Don't expect much of the story. Even the clouds are drowsy because they're bored waiting for the story to progress. No, okay. Yeah, it's not really much. It's your basic Kirby lack of story, I guess you can say. And every time snack time for Kirby, come on, he eats his enemies. He just loves to chow down. It's a sweet, fluffy slice of strawberry shortcake. Say that 5 times fast. Man, that is a tongue twister for all tongue twisters. Holy crap, ninja. Kirby, wake up, Kirby. Your cake got stolen. Yeah. Look, you're taking way too long to realize your cake got stolen, buddy. He's like, what? But there's no cake. That scrumptious berry-top slice of mouth-watering goodness. I love that sentence, but God, is it hard to say. And of course, he blames blah 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 King Deity. I mean, come on. The guy's a fat penguin. How do you expect him to steal it? He just blames King... I mean, no wonder King Deity hates him. Someone stole my cake. It's King Deity's fault. The weather went bad. It's King Deity's fault. I failed my math test. It's King Deity's fault. No, it's obviously not, but who cares? We're gonna go hunt him down anyway because that's what we do. Let's get started! Yeah. We're doing all this for cake. Anyway, one thing I do need to say, this is actually post-commentary. It's kind of hard to... Basically, the only way I can do this really would be a lot of lag if I tried live commentary, so I'm going to switch to post-commentary. You know, it's kind of fun to do that. And the second I'm going to show the controls here. Basically, here we go. On the bottom screen, you can actually see the controls whenever you need them. You can double tap to run. You can press B to jump and do stuff. A and Y will also inhale. No, wait. No, it's B that... it's A and Y that jump, and then it's B that inhales. And you can also press down and A to do a slide attack as well. First ability! Beam. Beam it. Yes, this ability, it's actually pretty good. I mean, it has a decent range. It's your typical beam attack. I mean, it's nothing too special. You just kind of zap there, and you can use X or select to get rid of your ability, like so. Spit it out! And here's the next ability, Spark. This is gonna be this entire video is just gonna be me talking about abilities. Charge! I love all the words in the background. Is that look in the background behind it? RNG. Zork. Zork and pals. No, okay. Enough you good bird references. Basically, you can tap back and forth and charge up like plasma in Superstar, which is kind of cool. So actually, the upgraded Spark from Amazing Mirror, it's not completely useless now. However, it is kind of inconvenient to have to run back and forth to charge things up to get that Super Blast. But there are other things later in the game you'll see that make Spark a bit better. Fire! Man, we are tearing through the abilities. Basically, this time, what they did was they combined fire and burning from Amazing Mirror together. So you can do the fireball from burning, you can do the basic fire from the regular fire, which makes fire extremely useful. I'm really glad they gave that upgrade, because it kind of was meh in, in Amazing Mirror. Anyway, there's a life right out in the open there. How convenient is that? And, new ability. Yeah, I don't actually remember exactly what goes on, so the commentary, even though it's post, it's gonna stay pretty decent. I mean, I wish I could do it live, but... it saves me a lot of time. That was the mistake I made of Yoshi's, is I just did not give myself much of time to, like, actually... it saves me a lot of time, and I can actually get things out on time. And here we go, we're done with the first level. That was really quick. At the end, you usually play this minigame where you basically shoot out of a cannon, and you get whatever you land on. It's pretty simple. All you can really get there from there is lives and food. Usually you want to go ahead and just replenish your health. Lives aren't usually that big of a deal. Anyway, we're on the world screen here. So, you can go back and forth between levels, and, yeah, you can press start to access your collection room. This is exactly what we saw on the menu screen. Soon we're going to get stuff to fill up. In the lower right corner, though, you can see it says stage. It gives a little box under the 0 of 120. Those are how many treasure chests you get. And bubbles, this actually teaches about bubbles. So, what happens in this game is you can store items in the bottom screen, as you can see below there. If you touch it like so, you get a new ability, which now we have Sword. Sword is generally unchanged from Amazing Mirror in that it still kicks a lot of ass. As you can see, there's a ton of combinations you can do. I'm going to show off a little bit of them here. But yeah, so you can touch any abilities you have stored in the bottom screen. You can store up to 5, and basically access them at any time, which is really handy. I love the mechanic they use in this game. You can also store food, which I think we'll be seeing shortly, and the treasures you'll get will be stored down there as well. You have to bring them to the end of the level in order to get them. So you usually don't have 5 slots open. Usually only have a couple, but even then, still really nice. You can also mix bubbles, though. You can use this to combine food together to get better food, like so. You just drag them into each other. You can also combine abilities. Usually this just results in getting a random other ability, but, I mean, it still helps you save space, I suppose, if you don't like 2 of the abilities you have. And then treasure. So you grab a treasure chest, and it gets stored down there. You bring it to the end of the level, you get a goodie. The goodies in this game, there are a lot of nice ones, a lot more variety than Amazing Mirror. Some of the stuff you can get is actually really, really cool, and I'm trying to get this cutter ability so I can show it off. Come on, cutter, cutter. I like how the sword ability says cut. That's really deceptive. This is the actual cutter. Same as usual, it's just basically a boomerang. You can angle it up and down if you want to. It's a decent long-range one. I mean, it doesn't do that much damage, though. It doesn't have that much range. Generally, they didn't change cutter much, and I never really liked it anyway, so... I'll pass on cutter most of the time, I think, if I have a choice. But, you know, sometimes it's good. And obviously, a lot of the levels still revolve around puzzles, so you're going to have to use certain, like, the abilities they give you in order to solve puzzles. It's still a very high nature. I'm not sure if I'd like this game better than Amazing Mirror, because I did like the non-linearity. Oh, here's our first item, by the way. Beginning notes. We don't have this sound player yet. Unlike Amazing Mirror, though, we actually get pretty early, so don't worry about that. As you can see, we now have a new section in the collection room. We can access notes. Can't do much of that yet, though, like I said. So, stage 1-3. I should probably grab that fire. Go grab that fire, because, if you didn't see it before, with sword you can cut the grass, but you can also burn the grass with fire. That's right, when your sword can cut grass. This game's turning more and more into Zelda. No, okay. Enough silly grass references. But you can also burn the grass. There's stuff behind it, like doors, sometimes. Or bubbles themselves. That's actually a cutter bubble, in case you're wondering. The cutter bubble looks really weird. And there's a door here. Go in the door. Yay! It's a life. No one cares. Yet another game where the life... Well, okay, I guess they matter more than usual. You can hit this thing, and it'll just cause forest fires. Smokey would be angry at you, Kirby. But it's generally helpful to clear out enemies or log obstacles or stuff like that. Alright, so we have a fire ability, and here it's Mr. Flosty! Well, at least that's what he was called in Amazing Mirror. We're gonna call him Mr. Flosty again, because I like that name. We're just really burning him. Fire, once again, always very good at just torching the hell out of middle boss things. Which is why fire's nice. It has that sort of long-range thing with the charge attack, but also it can just wreck bosses. Ice, however, did not get an upgrade. All you can do is just freeze things. I mean, I suppose you have the advantage of being able to kick the frozen enemies and use that, but fire is generally a little better than ice. Although what you can do with ice, at least in this game, I'm not sure if this is present in the other game, is you can freeze water and walk on it, along with other things you can freeze as well. So, ice can be useful sometimes, but I generally like fire better. Whoa, do not fall down that pit. Here's one of the 3, I think there's 3 new abilities in this game, or maybe 2, I don't know. It's Animal! Dig! Dig! We're not a diglet, stop digging. But yeah, the basic mechanic of animals that you can dig. You can also claw the living hell out of opponents like so, which is kind of cool, but you can also dig under dirt, which is the only ability, I believe, that can actually go through dirt. Now, one thing about this game, there's a treasure chest down here, by the way, don't forget it. One thing about this game is sometimes in treasures you actually can upgrade your abilities to give them new moves, which is what that question mark slide is on the move screen. You can do a claw combo there. All you do is just charge into them. And I think it's like just some... I'll talk in a second. Here we go! You get a big treasure chest, and all of a sudden, these crazy mice thing appear. I think these things are on the title screen, and they must be important. But basically what happens when you get this big treasure chest is these guys, who we will learn are called the Squeaks, will appear and chase you down. So, they generally aren't that hard to fight, but they act more as a nuisance. You can also go in their little huts here. Sometimes they have stuff like this where there's actually abilities. As you can see, I already have up to 5. I'm going to combine these 2 abilities to get Parasol. Well, we haven't actually seen that yet, because I wanted Spark. Generally, I don't like to store health items down there, so eventually I'm going to use that to, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to use Parasol. This is Parasol. Yeah, it's relatively unchanged. It protects you from above, lets you float a bit, and you can just sort of use it like a really downgraded sword. But anyway, sometimes you can go in those huts. Basically, if those mice hit you, they will steal your big treasure chest and then try to drag it into the home there. If you do that, you actually have to fight them and fight off like a giant horde of them in order to get it back. So I'll eventually screw up and show you that. Those items, I'll explain that in a second. And then also, if you go in their huts though, watch out, sometimes it's a trap, there's not items in there, you actually have to fight your way out. So, generally not a good idea to do that. Anyway, ability scrolls. I was just about to mention this. Well, here's the sound player. I mean, you've seen this before, it's pretty easy. But ability scrolls, yeah, you can play music using the sound player. Generally, I mean, it's not that important. But ability scrolls, this is my favorite part. So you can actually get these scrolls, and they will add an ability onto whatever ability you get. So I got a fire scroll, so now fire has an additional move you can do, or some sort of it gives some sort of variation, as given by that question mark spot in the ability pause, like when you pause it when you have a move ability, the move list thing. Yeah, I ditched Parasol here because Parasol's generally not that good either. It's kind of like it was in Amazing Mirror, which is not that useful unless you're trying to like head upwards, use it as like a shield. Alright, Spark, don't care, freeze that thing, and move on. Cutter, don't care about you either. Goodbye. And then, yeah, it is kind of nice to be able to store health, though, sometimes, because it can be come in handy when you're, when I'm at full health right now, and I can get hit and use the cherry to heal a little bit of health. So, it's a nice mechanic, I like it, and of course I'm going to ditch Ice here to get Sword. I don't even remember what I did here, because it's Sword. I always get Sword. Remember to go up here, though, because here's one of the, I think there's 3 treasure chests in this level. So yeah, as I mentioned though, whenever you get those big treasure chests, those mice will appear and hunt them down, which is the big mechanic of this game, is basically you constantly battling the mice. There's usually a big treasure chest in about every level. This little candy here will, of course, make you invincible like all the other games, which is nice. So you can just recklessly charge ahead and run everything over. Boom. Boom. But yeah, there's 3 different types of mice you'll fight. The one that was chasing us there was like the sort. I actually don't know the names off the top of my head. They have names. As you can see, you can also drag something up there in order to. You can drag an ability or a bubble up there in order to basically hold it in your mouth while you combine 2 other bubbles together. So I did that to combine the 2 together to get something new. Here I grabbed fire before I grabbed this, because the second I grab this, something's going to appear. So there's the speed one, there's this fat one. Usually the fat one you actually have to fight. It's sort of like the fighter one. However, usually it's really easy, especially if you have like fire or bubble, or well, actually just fire or ice, or this mysterious ability called bubble I just mentioned because I'm stupid. Yeah, as you can see, he did hit me. He stole a treasure chest. He tried to go in his house, but they do taunt slightly and stuff, and somehow I get an invincibility thing out of that, which is weird. Anyway, let's move on to the end. So either you have to fight them off, or you have to race to the end here. Once you get to the end, you basically, you can just outrun them. So there's the speed one there, there's the big fat one that you have to fight, and then there's also a UFO, like, science one. Now, some more items. You can also get graphic pieces, which basically just give you like art when you collect all of them. From Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, we have spray colors. And now we can make ourselves green. And the big item we saw there was a secret door key. One in every world you can get to unlock a new level. So it's like an extra level. Obviously, we're going to do those because we need to get 100%, get all the treasures. And I mean, you want to do that. I mean, the treasures in this game are awesome. And this level in particular has a lot of cool abilities. And something that hasn't been seen from Kirby since Kirby Superstar, it's Ninja Kirby, which is my little avatar on YouTube and my kind of symbol in LP Sanctuary. Yay! Ninja Kirby, I actually really like him. He's a lot better, I think, than he is in Superstar, especially when you unlock his ability scroll. However, that doesn't come till later in the game. He can cling on walls, you can tap B to throw a shuriken, which is awesome. It's a really, really good long-range move, actually. And generally what you want to do, because his little like slash thing doesn't really do much. I think you can also do a grab cut. You can do a drop kick like that, which is cool. Generally, though, you want to be using Ninja Kirby for the shuriken. They do enough damage, and they're really fast. And plus, oh yeah, you can also do it if you do over and what would be B? Yeah, over and B. You can do a grab move like that, which is really cool. You can just smack him. Oh yeah, I actually go up here to show off Sleep. Yeah, Sleep Kirby is an ability technically. At the moment, it doesn't do anything. However, when you get its scroll, it actually will do something. You'll see then. Sleep isn't actually completely useless in this game for once. Now Bomb Kirby. Bomb Kirby, it's probably... I would call it one of the best abilities. It does a lot of damage, it has a lot of area. Am I gonna pause it and show it? Come on, don't be stupid. I think I do it here. Nope, maybe yes. Okay, I remember at the last second I did it. Shut up, there we go. Hold bomb, throw. So yeah, you basically can just throw the bombs. You can angle them upwards or downwards, or you can charge them. You can also do a slide with your bomb. If you have a bomb in your hand, you do a slide move. So, which would be down in A. You can sort of slide your bomb into enemies, which is really cool. I like that. I'm not sure if they had that in Amazing Mirror. I love that move though. You kind of do like that. You sort of push the bomb into your opponents, which is really cool. I love that move. I think you can also put... No, I don't think you can, but... Anyway, Tornado. Tornado gets a huge upgrade in this game in the fact that you can actually go through blocks like which you couldn't do in Amazing Mirror, which is really annoying. Spin. You can hold in B to rise, and if you let go of B, you'll fall. And of course, you're pretty much invincible when you're in the Tornado. Unfortunately, you have a little bit of a moment afterwards where you're kind of vulnerable, so you have to be careful. Tornado's okay. Anyway, this one's brought back from Nightmare and Dreamland. It's the high jump ability. Basically, you press B and you jump really high. When you do this, you're actually invincible. By the way, go to the left path here. If you go to the right, you will miss this treasure, which is the first treasure of this level. Okay, these things. If you collect these, basically you have to combine 3 of them together in order to get a life. So it's like a third of a life, I guess. Generally, I don't like to collect these. I do it once or twice in the next couple videos because I want to show it off, but generally I don't like to collect these. They take too much space and they take too long to do. Here it would be normally the first time you get Parasol if you didn't go ahead and get it through the combining abilities like I did before. So I'm just going to keep high jump and I'm just going to wreck everything. Because high jump is really good. If you're especially when there's lots of aerial enemies. It's generally not good for ground combat, but oh, here we go. New ability. Fighter! And that treasure chest is getting away from me, so I'm going to go quickly grab that. And this is the first time we'll see the UFO mouse thing, Squeak. It's like Professor Squeak or something like that. I don't actually know the name. I'm going to call him Professor Squeak. I like that. Fighter is generally unchanged. The other ones, you can do your Shoryukens, you can do your Hadokens. You can, yeah, Shoryuken! You can do your little combos. I think generally you're stunned a little bit less. Oh, the special thing about the... Each one will get stunned twice. The UFO one will get stunned right away, and I'd go in here stupidly and have to fight all these mouses now. So here's an example of one of the traps. Now, the Ninja Mouse thing will take about half its health before it gets stunned or so. The Fat one takes almost all of its health to get stunned, so you really have to fight that one off. And the UFO one takes only 1 hit to get stunned, so you can easily just hit it once and then run, because it'll get knocked out for a while. In terms of these mice, you have to watch out for those blue ones, because they throw huge bombs that have really long-lasting explosions. Sometimes I lost my ability there, so I have to fight them using my mouth, which is really annoying, but that's okay, we're good. I think here I give myself an ability to try to run away. Now, I don't show off the fire scroll here. What it does, I'll be showing this off later, but when you get the fire scroll, you're able to angle your shots up left and right, which is or up and down, which you can't do otherwise. So, other than that, we're pretty much done with this episode. There's a lot of talking, but hopefully there'll be less talking and more fun. One of the other things you can get is half of a vitality. You can combine the two to get a full heart. Other than that, though, we are pretty much good to go. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out. Thanks for tuning in for the first episode of Squeak Squad. Lots of talking, but next time we will be good to go. See you guys next time.